Imagine being trapped in a life or death situation with your beloved pet. The fear, the panic, and the desperation would be unimaginable. Unfortunately for Gloria and her loyal dog, this nightmare became a reality. We're about to take a deep dive into the spine-chilling story of Gloria and her faithful companion. So grab a blanket, hold your pets close, and prepare yourself for a heart-wrenching tale you won't soon forget. In Florida, there are over 1 million alligators, and any one of them, given the right or wrong circumstances, has the potential to pose a threat to humans. Maintaining a safe distance from cold-blooded animals, such as alligators, is the most effective way to avoid being attacked by one. However, this is not always possible. Since alligators first made their home in the waters of Florida, they have been around for centuries, and it does not appear that they will ever disappear. A significant number of long-term residents now consider them to be permanent parts of their communities. In the 20 years that Gloria SHIH spent living in the Spanish Lakes Fairways community in northern St. Lucie County, she and her neighbors were aware that there were alligators in the area, but as the years went by, they became accustomed to the presence of the reptiles and became less afraid of them. After all, the alligators spent their days sunning themselves in the sun, acting in a manner that suggested they lacked the motivation and interest necessary to be a significant danger to the community. Henry was the name that some of the people who lived in the Spanish Lakes Fairways community had given to one of the alligators. It was simply the way that life and all its peculiarities worked out. On the afternoon of the 20th of February, 2023, Gloria SHIH made the decision to take her dog for a walk somewhere around noon. It had become a regular practice. The little Shih Tzu she had, Trooper, who was black and white, required the exercise. Gloria had a deep and abiding love for her dog. When they were 85 years old, the woman had lost her husband. Her children had all reached adulthood, and she was blessed with a number of grandchildren. However, she lived by herself with the dog in the community of Spanish Lakes Fairways, which is located in the administrative center of St. Lucie County. Although Spanish Lakes Fairways in Fort Pierce, along with many other communities geared towards active adults, provides a large number of amenities, such as golf and tennis, people almost always require the company of another living being. This is the reason why so many of us have pets, and a good number of us would sacrifice anything for our animals if they needed it. They are considered members of the family. Gloria SHIH was the kind of person who would have given up her life for her dog at any moment. Around noon on the 20th of February 2023, she went for a stroll with Trooper around the neighborhood. It was a beautiful, quiet day in a beautiful, quiet place. After some time had passed, Gloria and Trooper started walking in the direction of one of the smaller lakes that were located in the area. As they progressed towards the larger body of water, each of the lakes or ponds became connected to the others. Once they reached the water's edge, Trooper's excitement level skyrocketed to an entirely new level. The little soldier appeared to be mesmerized by an unfamiliar and intriguing odor. Gloria did not stop him from sniffing around. Even though it was so obviously exciting to him, it was a mistake for her to not pay attention to her surroundings, especially considering that she was near water. In Florida, where she was staying with a toy dog that had a lot of energy by her side, during the time that the woman was standing there gazing out over the horizon, something was taking place. Something significant was heading in her direction, moving quickly just below the surface of the water. Its rapid movements caused small waves to ripple, but Gloria SHIH was unaware of the phenomenon, as was possibly everyone else. Some things to keep in mind. Trooper, the woman's small Shih Tzu, was similarly oblivious to the impending threat. However, something that was lurking beneath the water's surface was inching closer and closer with each passing second. Then, just as Gloria was taking her first steps away from the lake's edge, a massive alligator appeared. It launched itself out of the water and made a charge at Trooper. Gloria SHIH must have been in a state of extreme fear. As soon as the alligator emerged, Trooper began moving in a haphazard manner, desperately trying to get away from the enormous reptile. Gloria was knocked unconscious by the unexpected movements, which combined with her fear caused her to fall to the ground hard. However, she did not linger before taking action. It was imperative that she rescue Trooper from those enormous jaws. The woman was successful in removing the dog from the path of the alligator, but doing so came at an extremely high cost. As soon as it turned its attention to her, the alligator grabbed her by the leg and began to pull her towards the water. This happened in a split second. In the meantime, Carol Thomas, who was 76 years old, was made aware of the racket. She started walking in the direction of the source of the commotion, just in time to see the alligator attack Gloria and pull her under the water as she tries to escape its grasp. Even though her fear was paralyzing, Carol Thomas did everything she could to assist Gloria in climbing out of the water. Despite her utter disbelief, she did this. Immediately after the assault, Carol Thomas dialed 911 to inform the authorities of the situation. "There's a lady swimming around in there somewhere. She's being eaten by the alligators." During the course of the conversation, she relayed the information to the operator. She observed Gloria resurfacing. Desperate to help, Carol urged Gloria to swim upwards towards an upside-down paddle boat that was in the middle of the lake so that she could get away from the animal. But it was too late for that within a few short moments. Once more, Gloria was drawn below the surface, but Gloria's surge was nowhere to be found within her heart. Carol Thomas was well aware that there was simply no way that she could have made it there. At approximately the 8-minute mark of the 911 call, it was too late for Gloria. The community was provided with the services of an alligator trapper. After receiving the call from Carol Thomas, authorities immediately began their initial efforts to bring the animal to the surface. The alligator would not give up and had a strong will to live. The alligator trapper, Robert Lilly, later stated to reporters that there was most certainly a battle. Several individuals toiled in vain to free the gator from its confinement. The animal was put to sleep by euthanasia. Carol Thomas, the individual who made the attempt to save Gloria, stated to the press that she had the opportunity to talk to some of Gloria's friends in the neighborhood after making the rescue attempt. It was absolutely terrible. The authorities in Florida were forced to issue another warning to locals, this time advising them not to walk their pets near any lakes or ponds in the area. Alligators constantly have their eyes peeled for prey, and the smallest animals in the area are most likely to fall prey to them. This was the third person to be killed by an alligator in the area. Despite this, the authorities in Florida have been emphasizing since July 2022 that the number of attacks in the state's relatively low. According to reports, there were only 26 fatal alligator attacks in Florida between the years 1948 and 2021. However, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission reports that the state has had an average of 8 unprovoked bites per year that have been serious enough to require medical attention for the past 10 years. As a result of the death of Gloria Surge, an additional 3 alligators have been removed from the neighborhood. Although it is not known for certain whether or not these animals originated from the same lake that Surge perished in. The lakes are linked together, so it's possible for alligators to move between them. Jay Mandauker, the president of the Spanish Lakes Fairways Homeowners Association, made the following statement. "If you're walking by a lake or pond anywhere in Florida, understand that you're in Florida. There's a possibility of alligators. Therefore, you should avoid walking along the edges of any pond or lake. Keep a safe distance away from them." If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.